Thank you for listening to another episode, not just any episode. This episode of Dan D'Antoni Sports. My name hasn't changed. It's still Dan Snyder. Joined tonight by Tony Casper, Dan O'Shea, Dan Beebe, and Chuckles.
Hello.
We've lost Nate again.
He's lost in the snow.
It's better that way.
He's lost in himself. He wasn't nearly as bad as you had made him out to be.
He was on his best
that's because
behavior.
he was acting like a normal.
One of them normies?
Yeah, he was out in society, so he had to act pleasant.
He couldn't read properly.
I hope he's listening.
I hope
better to do.
I hope he's listening too. But anyway, I hope everyone's listening. But we got a great show tonight. Since we last spoke, the World Series ended. Some big things happening in college football. Some big things happening in the NFL. The Knicks.
Inexplicably look great.
Yeah. We're going to get to all of that. But of course, first, we have our pigskin poetry. Penn State lost, and I am relieved. I'm sure you all thought that I would have grieved. In fact, I think it's better this way. It's better than the anger on Selection Day. Now I know the playoffs are a no, so I'm not nervous for the selection show. My cockiness is gone, and I feel fine. This team will be good for a very long time. Saquon may be gone, and Gesicki too, but you can't let that determine what is next to do. My fandom is true and my heart is whole. Now let's go dominate some no-name bowl. Yeah!
Yourself the
That's a good one.
bowl.
Yeah, let's go to that Papa John's bowl, right? Think Trump's going to attend?
Maybe for a nice campaign contribution.
Maybe for a nice campaign. Papa John's, good ingredients, the best ingredients.
All natural.
All natural, good pizza, best pizza. That was my horrible...
Donald Trump.
that was horrible.
I know pizza, okay.
When I think pizza, I think Papa John's.
You're from New York City. How can that be?
And on an election day.
All right. Oh, yeah. Happy Election Day. I didn't vote.
You're a terrible human.
We
I'm
just got
not
back from voting, actually.
I'm not a terrible human. I was
a terrible American citizen.
Exactly. There we go.
Exactly. Let's get it correct if you're going to be insulting me.
No, because I disagree with things like why am I voting on Albany stuff when I live in Guilderland? Whatever. So
There was one amendment that was really interesting, though.
the Constitutional Convention,
No, even better than that.
the land sale one.
No, the third, that one.
That's the land sale.
These are
Yeah.
You named the last one. You didn't even name it.
Yeah, you did. It's the land sale.
No, it wasn't the land sale. The interesting one was about the employees, the state employees.
Oh yeah, them
that's
wanting
the
yeah
second one.
yeah
If they
them
get caught on
wanting.
crimes that their pension and they can be fully taken or partially taken.
Yeah, it's only certain felonies, and it's usually relating to the job
Yeah.
itself.
And you
it's
know
like,
what?
Yes.
And that's usually
Yeah,
what they
who's
get
gonna
arrested
know on that?
for.
Except
Yeah.
for the people that work that are
Yeah.
taking advantage.
And
of
you know
this
what?
government.
I'm pretty sure that's already a federal thing anyways.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a federal employee, I was talking about this a little bit with my dad earlier because I stayed home from work today because here comes a shout out. Shout out to my nephew. My nephew, 1.5 years, close to 2 years old actually. He has a droopy eye. They had surgery done on it today to raise his eyelid. So now his eye's going to be a normal eyelid.
Awesome.
So I took the day off of work to go be with them for a little bit while he was in surgery and recovering. And my dad and I, we were talking about how'd this get to a political talk?
Let's get through this real quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
So-
hooray, sports.
Take their money. That's it.
Yeah. So when I was looking into it, it seems like they want us to pay higher taxes so they can keep their pensions.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
That's what it is.
No, thank you.
Not a
We're
fan.
taxed enough in this state.
So we do a lot for you guys, and we just think that we deserve.
You do a lot for who now? Thank you for sharpening all those pencils. Anyways,
Still a job.
let's move on to what we have to
I
talk
want a
about.
part-time job where I can make $80,000 a year.
Legislator's an awesome part-time job, I guess.
An NFL referee gets paid a decent amount of money, do they not?
Yeah,
100
they catch. more flack from normal citizens than
But is that
politicians.
still a part-time
do.
job, or
Which is
is that a
sad,
full-time
which is
job?
sad.
Is that a full-time job or a part-time
It's a
job?
part-time
Yeah, you
job.
gotta get.
Being a referee?
Part-time job.
No, they're full-time job. They're full-time refs this year.
Okay.
I think half of them are full-time this year.
I don't know about that.
I'd hope so.
I'm
You
pretty
get
sure most
beat
of them
up on
have
Marshall
regular
and
jobs.
Yeah, I'm really curious. That's what I really want to know, what the real jobs are.
With Terry McCauley used to be a lawyer,
Okay.
I think it was, or he worked in a law firm or something like that. Is what I understood.
That sounds like a perfect profession for a referee.
Yeah, yeah,
Doesn't it?
it sure
It's all over
does.
the place.
All right, so bear with me as we get through the next part of this. I do apologize, but the top 25 wasn't revealed until just now. So we're going to go through this pretty quickly when the ticker on the TV gets back to 1. Number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Alabama. Number 3 is Notre Dame. Number 4 is Clemson. 5 is Oklahoma. 6 is TCU. 7 Miami. 8 Wisconsin. 9 Washington. 10 Auburn. 11 USC. Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State are 12, 13, 14. And then it's going too fast, so when it comes back around, we'll get to whoever was number 15.
OSU.
number
Oklahoma
11.
State is 15. 16 is Mississippi State. 17 is Virginia Tech. 18 is University
Central
of
Florida.
Central Florida.
19 is Washington State. And Iowa
20
at
is
20.
Iowa.
But who's 21 through 25?
Does it matter?
Well, may never
It
know.
does matter.
Eh,
It matters, brosive.
roughly.
All right.
Rotating.
And Iowa State at 21, Memphis 22, NC State 23, Loser State 24, and the Northwestern Wildcats at 25. All right. Sorry that we had to run down those really quickly, but let's see. I have some questions, college football wise. Is Saquon Barkley still the Heisman winner after another not great performance?
I think there's other people that gain ground on their argument.
I think his gap is closing.
Yeah.
He's going to have to really, especially now with the fact that they're almost, for the Big Ten, seems like a lack to play for. But he needs to throw in some more stellar performances so that he can keep his name at the top. I don't know if he's necessarily going to hold on to it because I don't know that he has enough marquee matchups to be able to punch in. He's going to put up the statistics to do it, especially given what you have left on your schedule.
Rutgers?
Yeah. Rutgers, if he wants to make a statement, rush for like 500 yards on Rutgers. It's possible.
If I remember correctly, didn't Reggie Bush do that to like Fresno State?
Something like that, yeah. But, I mean, that being said, Reggie Bush was cheating the whole time, so, you know.
Oh.
There's that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did he win a Heisman?
Who?
Reggie Bush?
I believe he did. He had to forfeit it, though.
Okay. There we go.
He had to
All right.
forfeit it afterwards.
They
Along with
melted that down.
Along with the championships that were won by USC, which I'm sure Pete Carroll dried with the check of his Super Bowl win. So I'm sure he's not that emotionally compromised by it.
That's one of the dumbest things. I used to be like joking about it like you are right now, but then Tom Gauze, local radio host, said something that really changed my thoughts on it. By you saying that Reggie Bush didn't win the Heisman and that USC didn't play in that national championship game and all that, you're basically insulting my intelligence because I watched it. I saw it. By saying it didn't happen, you are calling me stupid, essentially. And it changed, in my opinion, a little bit that, you know what, I'm going to stop joking about it because I now feel that he's right. You're insulting
What
my
do you want to do?
intelligence.
Put an asterisk on the win, like the Patriots, then?
No, I feel like it. Well, first of all, it just really doesn't matter. What are you going to put an asterisk on the Patriots Super Bowl wins?
Yeah.
Are you going to put an asterisk on Tom Brady when he enters the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
No, you're not. It's not going to happen.
He's lucky if I don't take a dump on his shrine. Me not whipping my stuff out and pissing where that thing stands is more than he deserves.
It's more than he deserves. Okay.
Yes. That should be praised in and of itself. It also helps him that it's against the law.
and you just can't afford another
A
felony.
little bit of incentive.
Yeah, there's other reasons
He's
to
already
go for it, but
it's already
hard to
here's come
compare,
close to being on the sex offender list as it is. So
After last October, after last Halloween, I don't know.
he was just wearing the sluttiest little outfit.
yeah, well, you know,
The tiniest. Yep.
I don't plan on going by schools anyway.
All right.
How
So
did we get here?
I agree with you. I think Saquon Barkley, honestly, I think he is so close to losing it to Bryce Love, it's not funny. I think he's so close to
I
losing
think
it to
that's
Bryce
his biggest threat. But I mean, he's certainly not doing himself any favors. That being said, given the talent level he faces, it's hard for me to say that there's a better player in college football right now, all around.
Love. You know, I can't disagree with that. The problem is how many weeks in a row can you use the argument, well, they game planned for him and he couldn't do it. In the NFL,
Well,
that's
no,
what they do.
That's not. But that being said, NFL teams also typically can't game plan to stop one dude. I mean, you do that, you're exposing yourself somewhere else, and everyone here is really talented. In college, you have more of that option because college, well, let somebody else try and beat you. Mm-hmm. I mean, teams are, at this point, no team is going to get suckered into, I'm not really sold on this Barkley guy. Like, nobody's saying that in any tape room ever right now in college football. So it's going to be the way that he gets treated, and it's going to continue to happen. I still think he's the best player in college football.
I agree. And I think what this is showing is what I, as a Penn State fan, unfortunately knew all along. It's that if you make Trace McSorley beat you, you're going to win. Trace McSorley is not good enough to win football games himself. He is bad enough to lose football games himself. And as a Penn State fan, it just kills me. Because he broke records as a junior. He broke records as a junior that Christian Hackenberg holds.
We're not really setting the bar that high here.
Oh, man. Christian Hackenberg. Really quickly, a quick mention for Dan O'Shea. In the Death Wish Coffee Fantasy League that I'm in, that they were so nice to invite me in via winning a contest. I am actively trying to pick up Josh McCown because Carson Wentz is on a bye this week. And I feel like he's a better option for me than Phillip Rivers.
I wouldn't. I
mean,
I wouldn't waste waiver priority on it or fab, but go for it.
What is fab?
Free agency bidding.
Yeah, it's one
where you have to put in I actually was just doing it. You have to put in a bid for your waiver claim to go through. So if somebody is claiming the same person, if you're outbid by that person, you're just outbid.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I am 12th in waiver line.
I would save, build up that waiver priority. I wouldn't use priority on.
I don't even know what that means.
Don't use the waiver wait for free agency tomorrow at 8 a.m. or whatever.
Oh no, there's just always waivers. Like anytime I've ever tried to pick anyone up ever in this league, it's always on a waiver.
Really?
Huh. Yeah.
Maybe they have that constant waiver rule, which I don't like because I like using free agency.
Yeah. Oh, well, I will check again tomorrow, but it's going to clear by tomorrow if I get them or not. If not, there are other quarterbacks that I can just rock with Phillip Rivers. I mean,
the Chargers play?
It's 1 week. I don't know who the Chargers play.
Jaguars.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Jalen Ramsey is so close to being suspended, though. Oh, he's got to be on his best behavior.
If I were you, I would go with McCown versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Because Tampa Bay has... We had such high hopes for Tampa Bay, and they have just taken a nosedive.
Defense hasn't looked right. The offense can't.
And now they've got Ryan Fitzpatrick under center and no Mike Evans. So
actually, hold your breath because this is where usually Fitzpatrick shows up like he's an active superstar, so he gets paid and then he'll fall.
He usually doesn't do well against his former teams, though.
Yeah, well, we'll see. If anything, I've learned from Ryan Fitzpatrick is he's one person that doesn't give a damn.
Trust the beard.
Ever. He just seems like he's like, yo, are you still paying me? Do I still get a paycheck? I don't care.
We're going to do this show next Tuesday, and we're going to come back to Ryan Fitzpatrick, 440 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, he should be the one that you pick up.
I might just, I don't know, kill myself.
No. No. Dan D'Antoni Sports is not condone suicide. Bad.